type that in the chat box. What niche are you in? Who do you serve? That will help me customize this training to be more impactful for you. And if you guys have been to one of our workshops before, I do a lot of things off the cusp. I like to do it that way. I think it's more fun. I enjoy workshops too, where people are doing things live and interacting and so forth. And I highly recommend you guys do the same with your audience. It's an authenticity that just very difficult to duplicate in any way, shape, or form. So we'll be talking about, again, all the ins and outs, but let me know in the chat box, guys, what niche are you in? We are going to be doing a lot of prizes today. All right, a lot of prizes, and for several reasons. One, very excited to introduce to you guys our new mini workshop Maverick model. This is the most successful mini workshop strategy and approach that we have found over the last 6 months. So I'm very excited to share that with you guys. But again, the more you interact, also the more information you retain and the better results you guys get. So we are giving away today 10 different, we're giving away 10 different Amazon gift cards to 10 different individuals. And we're going to be doing that every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, we're giving out an Amazon gift card to those individuals that are participating or otherwise interacting. Again, it serves everybody if you are doing so. All right. And so welcome here. I see Chelsea's in the building. The video guy, Paul himself, is here. Wendy, Will, Susanna. Welcome everyone to Mini Workshop Maverick. You guys are piling in the room. So great to have you all here. All right. And so we're going to get started here in just a second, guys. Let me ask you this question because my mom is here. She's the Nana Hensley with the You Can Do It. And it was recently my sister's 40th birthday, just this past weekend. And so we had a bunch of friends and family in town for her 40th birthday. My mom, who is the party liaison, maybe that's where I get some of that from, she planned this party. There's 40 individuals who came out from it, again, from different states and family and friends from all over. Go ahead. Here's the first chance for an Amazon gift card. Go ahead and guess. Type in the chat box. First person to get it right will get the gift card. How long in advance did my mom plan my sister's 40th birthday party? Type that in the chat box, guys. Go ahead and take a guess. Whoever gets it right will win the gift card. I see 1 day, 48 hours, 6 weeks, 1 year, 1 week, 24 hours, 6 days. I'm looking for the right answer. 5 years or whole life. That's a good guess. 10 years, 3 months, 24 hours, 18 months, 6 months. We're getting closer. I'll go ahead and give you guys that hint. 6 months was the closest. 7 months, 1 year, 9 months, 8 months, 3 months, 8 months. Oh, 5 months. There it was. Mishka. Chelsea, if we can write down Mishka's name and grab her email address, she is winning the first Amazon gift card. Welcome, welcome, guys. We are going to have a ton of fun today and waste no time. All right. So thank you all for being here. Very excited to get into things. You guys can all see my screen. Okay. Thumbs up if you can. Head nods. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So welcome to Mini Workshop Maverick, guys. So been an entrepreneur for 14 years now, which is fascinating and an anomaly and just amazing to me. Tried a lot of different things, had a lot of things work, had about a million other things not work. All right. So again, if this is the first time that we're kind of hanging out together, I love transparency. That's always what I look for in somebody that I want to have a relationship with, as a business mentor, anything else. It's just transparency. So I mess up more than I get it right. I want to let you guys know it's okay to mess up. I think there is way too much pressure on this industry to have everything perfect. I think with social media, everybody just kind of shows the highlights. All right. So I'm literally today going to show you guys what not to do on a workshop and then also what to do. All right. So we're going to dive into all the things again. We're only 5 minutes after here, but we're going to waste no time. Every 15 minutes, we're giving out an Amazon gift card for those of you guys that are participating and getting involved. And again, you guys will walk away today knowing exactly what your next mini workshop topic should be. All right. Again, this is a workshop. This is a workshop. This is not the guru fluffy webinar where you just hang out. All right. So with that said, a couple things, guys. Number one, we are going to be giving out several gift cards to people who have their actual camera on. All right. Now, I am an introvert naturally. You can ask my mom. She's here as well. And I, since a very young age, would avoid big social gatherings. All right. So even if you are introverted and are worried about like, I don't know if I can do a workshop in front of a group of people and so forth, you absolutely can. It's like anything else. It's a skill set that you can develop. All right. Now, who here plans to drive their car later today in some way, shape, or form? Grocery store, gym, mall, pick up kids, something, something, something. Okay. When you guys go to get in your car today, spend just 30 seconds and actually pay attention to what your dashboard of your car looks like, how many buttons and controls and things there are there. All right. There's hundreds. And when you drive a car, you're using different feet. You're using your hands. If you have a stick shift, you're doing that. You're looking in the rear view mirror. You're merging in and out of traffic. You're doing a million different things, paying attention to stoplights, stop signs, pedestrians, kids are in the back seat. You're drinking your soda. You're singing to your song. You're doing a million things while driving a car. Driving a car is probably one of the most difficult things ever. You guys learned how to do that. You do it at second nature now. So if you are somebody who is looking for a more scalable way to land clients, but you have that little voice in your head that says, I don't know if I can get in front of 4 or 5 people and present. If you drive a car, you absolutely can learn how to do this as well. All right. And so couple things, guys, is that first off, if you want to mitigate, because again, it's never going to be zero, but if you want to kind of minimize the amount of overwhelm and stress you have in your business, you need to have a reliable client getting system. All right. And so if you do not know how you're going to get clients the rest of October or November or December, that is causing you overwhelm and stress. All right. My goal is for you guys, I'm literally going to show you what I'm going to do for the rest of the year to land new clients. All right. And I'm going to give you guys the tips and strategies behind that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to run mini workshops. That's it. Guess what? Dino, what are you doing in November? I'm running a mini workshop. What are you doing in December for your marketing strategy? Running a mini workshop. Well, how about January? Running a mini workshop. Why? Because, guys, social media is so overwhelmingly crowded. And again, this isn't only working for me. This is working for hundreds and hundreds of clients. We have testimonials across the board, all different industries and niches. So whatever the limiting belief is, I can't do it in my space, it's absolutely not true. All right. So the main thing that I want to show you guys, right? I can't promise you guys anything in particular. I don't like it when others and individuals do that. I'm just going to share with you guys all of the ridiculous mistakes I've made running mini workshops. All right. I have zero shame. I will tell you guys about these massive failures. All right. But I'm also going to share what worked for us since we began running mini workshops to do over $1.4 million directly just from the mini workshop model. Now, again, very much encourage everybody today to let loose, to stretch, to feel good, to smile, to participate, and to have your camera on. All right. At random increments through today's training, if you have your camera on, I'm just going to call out your name. It doesn't mean you need to speak. It just means you want an Amazon gift card. All right. Now, I will never, on any of my workshops, guys, I will never call on you to speak and put you on the spot. Again, I am naturally an introvert. I'm what I call an introverted extrovert. I like people and being with them, but I can do it for about an hour and a half. And then I get exhausted and I need to retreat and hide. Anybody else like that? like people for a second, and then you're like, that's enough people. Okay. So yeah, that's me as well. So when I go to conferences or events, I avoid the front row or anything close to where a speaker could come near me. All right. I'm back and on the side, everything else. I have no idea how I got comfortable here doing this, but I'll tell you guys this. I started small. Workshop of like, I think the first one I ran was about 7 people. All right. And I was still nervous, but it was 7 people. It was doable, manageable. Now, who here has been at a party, a cocktail event, or whatever it is, networking event, and you have spoken to a little circle of friends or acquaintances or random strangers, and there's about 5 of you? You guys ever spoken in front of like 5 people in a little group? If you guys have done that, you can do a mini workshop. All right. It doesn't have to be big. I started very small. You can as well. That's really important to understand. All right, so let's dive into this, guys. Here's what we're going to cover today, just so you guys know if you're in the right spot. We're going to cover 10 mini workshop strategies, techniques, mindsets, frameworks that will help you close more clients. Some of these strategies, guys, are going to be mindset based. Some of them are going to be sales based. Some of them are going to be technical, like technicalities that will help conversions. It's going to be a blend. All right. So you guys will see all of that. And it all is equally important. All right. It's not one or the other. It's getting all the things right. We're also going to help you guys walk away knowing and having at least 3 killer mini workshop topics so that you guys already can start looking towards the rest of October and November. And you can go, boom. Yes, I know I have an idea for a great mini workshop topic. And then we're going to show you guys our 3 favorite mini workshop models to run and how and why you should run them in this particular manner, which is awesome. All right. And so we're going to dive into all of this again. Every 15 minutes, we're giving away an Amazon gift card for all of the action takers and individuals who participate. And so here, guys, I've had countless business mentors, coaches, been a part of several different masterminds and things of that nature. Here is what I've figured out. All right. Now, realistically, this changes based on where you are at in your business. All right. So we're going to immediately start diving into stuff that I've talked with very, 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 very successful entrepreneurs with and very high level masterminds. All right. Which is, what problem are you facing? All right. So what's holding you back from growing your business? All right. Now, every stage of your business is going to present a different bottleneck. All right. At some point, you're going to have so many clients that your problem is, I'm out of time. I have too many clients. I don't have any space to market. That's a next level problem. That's probably like 30K, 50K a month problem. All right. But that will become a problem. All right. And so this changes over time, the problem that you face. However, if you are a solo entrepreneur, which is about 95% of the industry, these are the problems that you're facing. I wish somebody would have introduced me to this about 15 years ago. All right. These 3 things: time, attention, and lack of authority and or trust. All right. So how does this work? Dino, what are you talking about? Well, let's dive into this. Time. Type in the chat box, guys. Who here is a parent? A parent, you have children of some way, some shape or form, doesn't matter what age, but you have kids. That's not me. I shouldn't be raising my hand, but if you have kids, type in the chat box. Chelsea, randomly pick out a attendee for a prize. Time is a big one, guys. You have kids, it's maybe a significant other, you're taking care of your parents as well. There's just a million different things going on. So I've again tried so many different things, and some things worked, some things didn't. The 5-day challenge, if you guys have heard of that, seen that before, it does convert. All right, so I'm going to say something that most people in the industry don't say. It does convert. But guess what? At what expense? I tried a 5-day challenge. Yes, we got some sales. It wasn't our best converting thing ever, but it was absolutely exhausting. I did 2 5-day challenges just to make sure, and I will never do one again. So they worked, but it's exhausting. Now, here is what industry experts will not tell you. And I like to keep it straight. If your audience, your target audience, most likely has children that are still living at home, the likelihood that your audience can attend 5 days in a row is ridiculous. If you're a parent, tell me how you have 5 days in a row to go to an event. If you can't do it as an attendee, how can you expect your audience to do so? Does that make sense, guys? I just want to keep things straight for you guys. This is the data, the stats, the everything, the realizations. We're just getting started. We're not even to tip 1 yet, but 5-day challenges, they can work. It depends on your audience though. All right. So that model I didn't really enjoy from a presenter aspect. And I didn't really like asking my audience to go, yeah, just avoid your family for 5 days and come sit down with me. I noticed drop-off rates by day 2 and 3 weren't great. All right. Here's another problem. All right. We talked about this, the 3 major problems here, right? If you're a solo entrepreneur, time, attention, lack of authority, and trust. Right here, lack of attention. Guys, I opened up my Instagram and I screenshotted the first 4 posts. Now, this is what my Instagram looks like. Now, it is cute dogs, it is travel, and it is some type of funny video there of a woman driving a Lambo or something like that. All right, now I love to travel and I love pets, so the algorithm feeds me that. But if you are trying to convert clients on social media directly, do you see how and what you are contending with? Do you know how amazing your pitch has to be? Like how charismatic or goofy or everything else you would have to be to contend with this. All right. So social media is fantastic. I use social media. You should absolutely use social media. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. All right. Type in the chat box. Where do you think you are more likely to convert a client? On social media or in a small Zoom meeting with just 3 or 4 of you? Where would your audience actually have a chance to be connected to you when they're the average adult? I don't know if you guys have heard this stat before. The average adult has an 8-second attention span. That is an adult's attention span. 8 seconds. That's your attention span. So if you're if your guru, coach, or whoever is telling you, yep, social media, Instagram, TikTok, realistically, where you probably have bought from them or queued into them is off of social media. All right. So the strategy isn't to avoid social media. The strategy is grab attention on social media and push traffic off of it. All right. Because this is a good one to write down, guys. What you need to convert. There's a couple things you need to convert a client. First thing you need is their attention. First thing you need is their attention. Somebody cannot reach for their wallet and credit card if they're watching the funny video and going on to the next thing. You have to have their attention. Now, are you more likely to grab attention and keep attention on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook when somebody can scroll to the next thing? Or if you're sitting down in like 3 or 4 person Zoom room, where are you more likely to have somebody's attention? Kind of like talking to like a 5-year-old or 6-year-old, right? They're running around, they're doing the different things. You're like, you got to first get their attention. Otherwise, they're just going in circles. You have to have their attention. Attention comes before any type of conversion, right? I'm surprised. I don't hear that very much anywhere online, but you have to have attention first. And so again, social media is fantastic, but the manner in which we use it, and you guys will see some of this today, is that I use social media to show up so that there's an awareness. Okay, here's this random guy, Dino, wears a goofy hat and glasses sometimes. And interesting, he's inviting me off of social media to show me a bunch of cool things somewhere else. That is what you guys want to start doing. All right. This is why the big name gurus, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, doesn't matter who your guru is, right? They get you off of social media somewhere else. They get you in a live setting. They get you into a Zoom room. They get you into a webinar. They do something. They understand this. Nobody actually shares what's actually happening, the strategy there. So again, use social media, but the goal is push traffic off of social media, because in a small, intimate Zoom room, again, First workshop I ran was like 7 people. You can grab somebody's attention and keep it. You can build connection. You can build trust. You need all of those things before somebody is likely to be willing to purchase from you and or work with you. Make sense so far, guys? Cool, cool. All right, Camilla's here. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We need to catch up. So why do we love mini workshops, guys? It honestly, it took me 10 years to find this model. I promise you, I will not be switching from this mini workshop model. You will not see me go into the newest social media platform that comes out next year. It's always going to be mini workshops for me through the rest of my career. What will change? If you're really curious about, Dino, what do you see from your perspective in terms of the future of mini workshops? Here's what I see: virtual reality mini workshops. I can't wait for it. We're all going to be wearing headsets. We'll be in the room together. We can like dance around and do different things and explore together. Mini workshops, though, there's fundamentally, from a psychological perspective, humans love to interact with other humans. That's what's happening here. It's conversating. It's back and forth. It's not just the scrolling and all of that. And right, platforms come and go. Algorithms come and change. Tactics come and go. Here's the new Facebook hack. You do this and then doesn't work 3 weeks from now. Mini workshops are not going to go anywhere. It's not a fad. So the reason I'm so invested in mini workshops, guys, is because this is for a 30-year plan. I can do this for 30 years and get better and better and better at it. So if I could go back in time and put all of my energy and effort as an entrepreneur into one thing, it would be this: learning the skill set of selling one to many. It's called leverage. One to many. All right. And so again, if you look at some of the most successful individuals, regardless of industry or niche, they have created massive leverage in their space. They sell one to many. Who here saw Alex Hermosi's book launch a couple months ago? What was he doing with 200,000 live people there? Selling one to many. Absolutely. Do you think that guy knows what he's doing? Absolutely. If I do not want to chase around the newest guru's Instagram hack, here's how to go viral, TikTok thing, Facebook follow train crap. It's gone tomorrow. I want to learn something that's going to stack leverage for me. If I get better and better and better and better and better at it, it's going to continue to provide outside returns. So here's other reasons why I love mini workshops. You can charge for your workshop. I'm going to show you guys today when and how and know when to run a free workshop versus a paid workshop. That's a big question I received. Dino, when do I do a free workshop? When do I do a paid workshop? I'm going to show you that today. You grow your email list. You build your pipeline. You build authority. You can collect testimonials from your workshop. A lot of the reasons, if we go back to this, third reason why you might be not where you want to be is lack of authority and trust. All right. So this makes sense when you're a little bit newer. You don't have all the testimonials and case studies yet. But when you run a workshop, you can run a workshop and you can ask everybody who attended your workshop, can I get a testimonial? From one workshop, you can walk away with 5 testimonials. And watch how your offer and sales and marketing changes immediately after that. You can resell your workshop. Again, you can scale, leverage, one to many selling. All right. And so from that psychological perspective, the reason why I love mini workshops again is because we all are practicing this. All right. If you are married, you probably dated your significant other prior to marrying them. If you own a car or lease a car, you probably took it for a test drive. If you purchased a home, you probably went to an open house and walked through the home before making that purchasing decision. You as a buyer prefer the test drive prior to saying yes. Guess what? So does your audience. A mini workshop is the test drive. It's giving your audience an opportunity to try it out before they commit. This is why conversions go up. All right, now I don't want to waste anybody's time today. So this guy's mini workshops, they will work for you if you're a service provider, coach, or consultant, or expert. All right, includes author and speaker. All right, I don't have any experience. I don't have any experience seeing this model for software owners. All right. So if you're a software owner, you could absolutely retain all this information and try it out. I just don't have experience between myself and clients. So I always like to be honest and forthcoming about that. But if you're a coach, consultant, expert, author, speaker, service provider, agency owner, hundreds and hundreds of case studies across all different industries. Now, here is something fascinating. Fascinating. ClickFunnels has this on their website when you apply for a 2 Comma Club award. All right. ClickFunnels has, I don't know if you guys know this, but they have over 100,000 active users. 100,000. Just over 700 have won a 2 Comma Club award. What does this mean? Well, what this means, guys, again, we're going to go through the 10 bullet points here today. All right, but type this in the chat box so that you do not forget it. It's not the what, it's the how. It's not the what, it's the how. Chelsea, pick out a random individual who typed that in the chat box. Grab their email if you could, please, for an Amazon gift card. It's not the what, it's the how. Dino, what does that essentially mean? That sounds like you're some philosopher with your little hat on. Well, I wanted this mini workshop model concept to work, but it didn't work that well for me like the first couple of times. All right. And I almost gave up on it. All right. Until my mentor said, it's not the what, it's the how. If it was the what, you would have 100,000 ClickFunnels users all marching around with millions and millions of dollars. It's not the funnel. Just because you have a funnel doesn't mean you're going to make $1 million. It's what you say and do inside the funnel. It's your offer. It's your messaging. It's your target audience. It's the traffic you drive, right? That's what makes a funnel, because anybody can put up a funnel, but why have only less than 0.05% of ClickFunnels users won a 2 Comma Club award? 100,000 people, only 700 have won a 2. Why is that? It's not because the funnel guarantees you results. A mini workshop, guys, I like to be honest, is not going to guarantee you results. So just marching away from today going, I'm going to do a workshop, no preparation, no strategy. Here come all the clients. That's not going to do it. It's the process, it's the strategies, it's the data, it's the technique. That's what we're going to walk you guys through today. All right. So I like to do this first because I want to set the proper expectations. I don't want you guys to walk away and go, yes, I'm going to enroll 15 clients today from a workshop, and there's no strategy and no preparation to it. I want to break this in for you guys. So again, if you guys have ever been to a good party or a bad party, my mom is the party liaison. She's here today. She throws great parties. But again, a party doesn't make it fun. I've been to bad parties and I've been to great parties. My mom tends to throw great parties. This was my sister's birthday this past weekend. It was a ton of fun. But let's move on to number 2. Play to your advantages. Curious, guys, type in the chat box if you are, let me know if you're a solo entrepreneur. If you are a solo entrepreneur, it is you and you. A lot of solo dolo. I saw solo dolo. I like that. That's cool. All right. So you have to understand your advantages. Again, this I learned from a mentor. And so I'm passing this on. This isn't an original. You have to understand your advantages will change through your entrepreneurial career. All right. Now, when you're just starting out, or if you're still, and it might be by design, a solo entrepreneur, your advantage is just that. You do not have a 50-person organization where if you want to do something, it takes a month or 3 months to do because it has to pass through all this legislation and all these things to get done. The advantage you have as a solo entrepreneur, here's what you guys need to all say as part of your offer. All right, instantly offer upgrade is you need to say, you get to work with me. I'm the expert. You're not going to get passed down to an account representative. I used to say this all the time in my 20s, and I would crush larger corporations who'd be pitching the same client. They would go, Dino, you're 24. why would we go with you versus this big award-winning agency? I go, because you'll be working directly with me. Here's my cell phone number and we'll communicate. You can text me. Or you can be passed down to the college kid, just, doesn't care about you, and you can be client number 10,000. It's called positioning. You have to understand your position. My position at age 24 as a brand new entrepreneur was inexperienced and young, but very, very motivated, and had the ability to be very passionate and extend myself. So I would give out my cell phone number and I would say, you work directly with me. You text me any day, anytime. I'll call you back. You're not going to get passed down to account representative. Do you really want to be lost in the shuffle of several thousand clients at the big agency who don't care about you? So now, once I became a little bit more of a big agency, and I never made it to a big agency, guys, I like a nice, smaller, profitable business, impactful business, but I'm not trying to do the corporation billion-dollar thing. However, if I was the big agency, you have to also understand what cards you're playing at the poker table. You want to say the complete opposite. If I was the big agency up against the 24-year-old kid, I would say the complete opposite. I say, really, you're going to trust this 24-year-old kid? What happens if he falls off his skateboard tomorrow? Come with us. We have a proven track record and different departments, and obviously we have awards for a reason. I'd be playing different cards. So you have to play your cards at the poker table. All right. Does that make sense, guys? It's really important for everybody to understand that concept. Play your cards at the poker table. So a mini workshop, guys, if you are smaller, it's to your advantage to have a 3, 4, 5-person mini workshop. Guess what? Tony Robbins cannot host a 5-person mini workshop because he has 20 million followers. He doesn't have the time to do it. If you want to outposition a bigger competitor, you can do the touch points. They cannot because they have too much scale. All right, now another gift card opportunity coming up here, which is this. Let me know in the chat box, guys, if you would be so kind. How many hours would it take you to teach a client everything you know? No right or wrong here. I'd be amazed if any of you guys had this calculated out. A rough estimate, if you were going to pass on all of the wisdom and experience and data and case studies, everything you know, to your target audience, to a client, how many hours would that take? Lifetime, too many hours, 1,000 hours, 15 years, 1 hour, 10,000. Yes. Chelsea, if we can stop for a second, you're going to choose one individual to win an Amazon gift card and just let us all know who that winner is. Yoli says, way too many. Good to have you here, Yoli. Type in the chat box, Chelsea, when you have that winner picked out. Too many hours to teach everything you know. All right, which leads us to number 3, guys. Don't allow your audience to be falsely satisfied. All right, the worst mistake you can make on a workshop or a live training is to allow your audience to think that somehow in your 1 hour, 3 hour workshop that you just showed them everything. If your audience walks away going, yep, I just got all of the things in that 2 hour workshop, first off, they're going to fail because they think they got everything, and they got, like, based on your responses, they got 2% of everything that you could show them. So they're walking away saying, I got everything. Then they try with the 2% strategies they have and they go, why isn't this working? And then they don't get results. And then who do they blame? Do you think they blame themselves or do they blame you? Who's easier to blame? They're going to blame you. You showed them 2% of everything you have, and they tried to go run and do it by themselves. They clearly messed up a lot of different things. And then they're going to turn around and they're going to say, oh my gosh, that workshop doesn't work. That strategy doesn't work. It's going to come back on you. The worst thing you can do is allow your audience to be falsely satisfied. All right. And so you have to make it very clear to your audience what you're teaching them and what you're not teaching them. Again, I will make this very clear, guys. I'm going to hold nothing back. I'm going to show you guys Again, we're going through all like this right here is high level mindset. This right here, guys, this is what's talked about in $30,000 a year masterminds. It's things like this, because this changes your entire frame of how you present during your workshop trainings. Now, if you guys, all right, this is a rhetorical question. It's a difficult one. I've experienced this mistake myself. If you guys have ever led some type of live training and people afterwards said, that was the best training I've ever been to, and then did not buy, I already see some awkward expressions here in the room. If you've ever experienced that, it's because you allowed your audience to be falsely satisfied. Now, I'm guilty of this. All right, I am very, very, very guilty of this. I am not as good of a presenter as I am a teacher and coach. All right, and so those are two different things, and you have to start figuring those different components out, because you can overteach, you can underteach. If you overteach, you overwhelm. Who here has left a conference before? You had 5 pages of notes, and then you get home, you forget it all. You're like, I don't even know where to start. There's too many notes going on. That is called overteaching. You overwhelmed your audience. They can't even make a move. All right, so there is a strategy to this, but this one is really tough for me. And this one as well, we'll be talking about this in a little bit. It's really important that you understand your personality. All right, now this, as we get into this concept in a moment, understanding your personality will massively increase your conversions. Because if you're introverted, you're most likely naturally going to overteach, overgive, and undersell. And so to you, it feels like I'm selling, I'm pitching too hard. Because you're that little bit introverted type, and then you don't sell and pitch nearly enough. And so it's important for you to understand your personality, because you sometimes have to balance things out. All right, number 4, guys. Your topic of your workshop matters. All right, we're going to help you guys right now. We're going to workshop this one. Check out these examples. All right, billion-dollar brands are consistently upgrading their offers. All right, and they're upgrading what I call their mini workshop offer. I live in San Diego, and the Padres are right down the street. And let me ask you this. Type in the chat box, first person to get this right. Chelsea, let's give them an Amazon gift card. Why do professional sports teams have bobblehead night, or free jersey night, or free hot dog night? Isn't going to the game exciting enough? Why do professional sports teams once a month have some type of special night? Let's see, I gotta check out the chat box here. Attract more fans and excitement, incentives. Who was the first to go? Swag, excitement, novelty. People like bonuses, drive more sales. Get people in the door. Christopher Inks, I think first one there. Let's give it to Christopher Inks. Get more people in the door. This is fascinating, right? You would think professional sports teams, like that would be enough excitement, right? But even Starbucks does this as well, right? I can't wait for the mint Frappuccino that comes out just during the last 3 months of the year, or I think it starts in November. I love that mint one they do. I'm not good with the names. I just grab it and run. But your offer for your mini workshop in terms of why people come matters a ton, right? Starbucks understands this. Professional sports teams understand this. I've literally gone to a sports game before because it's free jersey night, and otherwise I don't go. Once you go, wow, I forget how much fun the baseball game is. I'm coming back. All right. Domino's, they quadrupled their revenue as soon as they came out with, you get it in 30 minutes or less. Otherwise it's free. I don't know about you guys. Who here, I don't think Domino's is the best pizza. Who here has had better pizza before than Domino's? It's not your go-to pizza, right? It's not your go-to pizza. So how are they one of the most famous and recognized restaurant chains? Well, it's not necessarily the quality of their product. Their offer is really, really, really good. It's relevant to their target audience. All right. Now, here's a couple workshops we've run. All right. We did 10 days of coaching where we guaranteed 10 leads. And we did a messaging workshop where we promised you would walk away with at least 24 new pieces of content that would attract more clients. All right. Now, the reason I share these guys is because one of my favorite marketing strategies is email marketing. All right. Any email marketers here? By chance, couple? All right. That really happens. I like it. I love email marketing. I think it's an untapped platform. It's our most profitable channel by far. But most people don't like it. They do not like it. All right. And I decided to do, right? You hear this from a lot of folks in the industry: follow your passion, do what you want to do. Okay. I 100% disagree. Here's why. I love email marketing. I tried to run a workshop about email marketing where I was going to share our top converting emails, what time of day to send, what works, what doesn't, length, all these things. I got all excited. I spent hours putting it together. I built a registration page. I was like, here we go, guys. Let's go have a workshop about email marketing. This is going to be a blast. I drove about 500 people to the registration page, and I think like 7 or 8 people registered. I was like, what is going on? So then I sent out another email again, drove everybody back to the registration page. Nobody registered again, maybe a few handful more. Then I sent out a third email. Why did you not register for my damn workshop? I was pissed. I was like, what is going on here? I love email marketing. Why don't you love it as well? And people are like, I don't like email. I was like, oh, I'm a weirdo. I get it. All right. If I do a social media marketing workshop, would you want to come? Yes. So all I had to do, guys, was switch the workshop topic from something I was interested in to what the people wanted. All right. So go with what the people want. All right. Now, the reason I share that right now is, again, I always like to be authentic. I have flopped so many workshops, so many offers. I will be sharing literally screenshots, case studies of this stuff today with you guys, so you guys can see precisely what not to do. And more importantly, this. I always talk about this with clients. The game, guys, is not getting it perfect the first time. The game is making adjustments. All right. We had a client recently, ran her workshop, crushed her workshop. 30 people registered. I think it was like 23 showed up live. 21 of them stayed with her for 3 hours. They were infatuated. They were into it, everything else. She made her offer. Nobody converted. Came back to me, super upset. What's going on? Looked at her offer. I was like, okay, the offer's wrong. We need to tweak this offer. Made the adjustment to the offer. She went back to the same group, re-offered her what she had, and all of a sudden, 7 new clients came on board. All right, now she had options. She could have been like, this doesn't work. Blah, 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 blah. My world is ending. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to eat all the pizza now. That's what I do when I'm sad. Eat all the pizza. She could have done that, but instead, no, you just make adjustments. You have options. You always have options, right? This workshop, I wanted to do an email marketing workshop, wasn't going to work. People did not want it. I could just say, oh, that's not going to work. We're not going to do any marketing this month. Just, okay, what do you want? Make the adjustment. That's so critical, guys. I wish I would have known that at such a earlier stage in entrepreneurship, is that regardless of all of the hype and people on social media professing how perfect their business and life is, it's not like that behind the scenes. You get into these masterminds and you actually see what is going on. It is not like that. Now, how to get yourself to the point where you're cruising and all the things are happening, you just make the adjustments. And so it's a fun puzzle and game. And so what I want to do here, guys, is help you guys brainstorm 3 killer mini workshop topics. All right. This is important. All right. Again, pen to paper. You're walking away. Boom. I have some ideas for a mini workshop. Let me give you guys an example. If I'm a relationship coach, and here's how this process works. All right. It's kind of like as fast as you can go without thinking. You want to bullet point out every single thing you help your clients do. Any question you've answered for them, any particular strategy or tactic, piece of knowledge you give to them, You just want to bullet point out as many things as you can. And we'll go for about 3 or 4 minutes, see how far you can go. Any question your client has ever asked you, any advice you've ever given your client, any services you actually tangibly deliver to your client. You want to bullet point those out. So, as an example, if I'm a relationship coach and we have several of these inside of our various programs, here's things I might do as a relationship coach. Number one, I'm going to help you let go of your old attachment to your old relationship. And then I'm going to help you get clarity on the right person. And then who do you need to become to attract the right person? And then how do you create that new identity? And then how do you embody the new identity? And yeah, as the relationship coach, I'm going to show you how to set up your online dating profile, what to say on the first date, how to do the text messaging thing, all of those things. I'm going to bullet point out every piece of advice or any area I could help a client out with as the relationship coach. I'm going to bullet point all of those out. So that's what you guys want to do here as well. We're going to have a little bit of silence. We'll slow down for a moment. If you take this seriously, what I can say is our clients that have grown the fastest and the largest took this exercise extremely seriously. And I will reveal to you what you can do with these bullet points after you have them written down. It's pretty awesome. What questions have your clients asked you recently? What questions did you have prior to you figuring out the thing that you did? So you can even go back to what state was I in when I was going through it? If you do not have clients yet, no worries. What could you help a client out with? Hey, if somebody asked me this question, I would be able to answer it. That's a bullet point for you. So if you don't have clients yet, that's okay. What questions could you answer? I don't have clients yet, but I am a spirituality or I'm a meditation coach. I like to meditate myself. I don't have clients yet. I want to teach others meditation. So things I could answer: best time of day to meditate, how long to meditate, how to breathe while meditating, what position to sit while meditating, how to clear your mind, how to create a safe environment, whether you should stretch. It's okay if you do not have clients yet. What could you answer? Another way to reframe this is, or what are 5 cool things you would love to teach a client? You should bullet point those down. 5 things you could teach a client. Sometimes a great reframe, if you have children, is what are 5 things you would love to teach your child or children about the thing you understand well? That can immediately give you a couple bullet points. All right, now for time's sake, guys, we're going to keep moving. However, continue upon this exercise. This one, guys, underrated, extremely powerful. All right, what we do not do as entrepreneurs is slow down. Right? We wake up, scroll social media. The answer is going to be on social media today. just like it was yesterday. We always do that. We're guilty of that. However, this right here, the best in the industry, revisit this exercise on almost a monthly basis. Here's why. This list is fueling your subconscious in terms of how much expertise, knowledge, wisdom you can share with your clients. It will help you better in sales calls, on workshops, delivering trainings to clients, in your marketing, in your messaging, in video topics. Who here has at least 5 bullet points? I'm curious. Every single bullet point is a video for social media. You guys didn't know you were going to show up to Mini Workshop Maverick and walk away with a content blueprint, but we love to over deliver and we love bonuses and so forth. So take a peek at how cool this is, guys. This is how you want to do your workshops. Okay. You want to spend more time on this exercise and you want to bullet point down all of the potential things, questions you could answer, strategies you could teach, techniques, skill sets, all these things you could give to your clients. You want to bullet point all those down, as many as you can go. All right. Then each bullet point is a potential, not the winning one, a potential killer mini workshop topic. For example, if I am that relationship coach and I said, yeah, I can help you set up your online dating profile and get let go of your old relationship and know who you need to become and create this new identity and get good at text messaging and know what to say and what to do and not to do on a first date. I could say those are all things I could help my client out with as a relationship coach. I might choose bullet point number 2, which is clarity on the right person. All right, so I randomly choose bullet point number 2. This is what my mini workshop registration page might look like. Hey, if I'm a dating and relationship coach for women, I'm going to name my workshop Knowing He's Mr. Right. It's a 2-hour workshop and the necessary step to begin attracting the love of your life. Walk away and you'll know all of the character traits of what you're actually looking for, because most of us are running around. We say we want a relationship, but we don't even know what we're looking for. Step 1, have to know what you're looking for. Walk away from this workshop knowing exactly what you are looking for. All right. Now, the reason this is so powerful, guys, is because of this. We talked about this a little bit earlier. All right. This is critical here. This is critical. We don't want to do fluff on a workshop. At least I'm not a fan of that. All right. I'm not a fan of that. So if I'm that relationship coach and I choose this point here, clarity on the right person. All right. What that means is on this workshop, I am going to go 100% on making sure that you walk away knowing exactly who you're looking for in a significant other. I don't have to do fluff. I don't have to do anything else. Walk away, boom, you're going to have 100% clarity on who the right person is. All right, but simultaneously, look at all of the arrows of things I did not include. These are, as the dating and relationship coach, these are all of the other things that we haven't covered, right? I didn't talk to you about setting up your online dating profile and the first text messages, things to say and not to do, what to wear, how to know if the restaurant's a safe place to meet. We didn't cover any of that. I just talked about getting very clear on who you're looking for as the dating and relationship coach. So with your big list, right, you just choose one topic and you nail it. You don't have to worry about, oh, I gave away too much or anything like that. You nail it. You over deliver, right? But then you make it very clear, hey, if that was awesome, check out this laundry list of other things I can teach to you that we have not covered. Does that make sense there, guys? One of the big mistakes is trying to cover, you guys know this. We saw the comment section earlier. Some of you guys said it would take me 20 hours, 3 months, a year to teach somebody everything I know. So it'd be impossible for you to teach them everything in a single workshop. All right. And so instead you choose a narrow topic and you deliver on that topic. And then you just say, hey, if you want to know all of the other cool things, we can get into all that. All right. Number 5, guys, we're going to cruise on here. If you don't love your offer, they won't either. This is such a big one here, guys. It comes back to how much you love your offer. Now, who here has that friend or family member that may or may not be quirky, but they have something they're into that's a little bit different, a sports team or a hobby or something like that, but they're so into it and they're so passionate that you almost get interested in it as well. Have you guys met that charismatic individual at the cocktail party, the family get together, whatever it is, and they're so into their thing, they love it so much that you kind of start, I'll go try pickleball with you or whatever the thing is, because they're so into it. Their passion, their love for their hobby and interest is so massive, you start to become interested as well. It is that vibrational just attraction thing where it's like, why do they like that so much? Okay, I will actually go watch your TV show because you don't shut up about it. Like that right there, they're so into the thing, you become interested. Really important, guys, that you love your offer. All right, so if you want to increase conversions from your workshop, make sure before you even set up your workshop that what you're planning to offer from your workshop, you absolutely love. That's step one. Make sure you love what you're offering. Step two, guys, is begin to study other people's offers. My business doubled when I did this mindset shift. I used to be the guy who would register for a workshop, or back then, like 10 years ago, they were mostly webinars. I would register for the webinar and I would leave at the 40-minute mark right before the offer. Like, let me go to the webinar, get all the free training, leave before the offer. I would always do that. Then I joined a mastermind and I noticed everybody was doing the complete opposite. They're like, hey, did you register for Joe Polish's webinar? We're showing up at the 40-minute mark. And I was like, why are you showing up at the 40-minute mark? We need to hear how the master presents his offer. That's how we get better. We watch them present their offer. I don't care about the free stuff he's going to give away. I want to hear how and what his offer is. He's been around in the industry 20 years longer than all of us. I was around these people at this mastermind event, Nashville, Tennessee, hearing how they operated their 7-figure business. And I was like, wow, I've been doing it backwards. All right. And so if you want to love your offer and enjoy enrolling clients, there's a couple things to understand. Number one, you have to appreciate somebody else's offer. If you get bashful from somebody else making an offer to you, then guess what? You know how much inside it's going to be difficult for you to make an offer? You've already told yourself it's like something bad or something that you don't agree with. So you have to begin to love other people's offers as well. Doesn't mean you need to buy. All right. And that's point number 3, is that when you make your offer, you're not making it for everyone. Guys, I'm going to make you an offer today, just so that everybody can relax. I'm sure you guys figured that. And I'm going to make you guys an offer today. And I do not want all of you to buy. Do not want all of you guys to buy because it's not going to be for everybody. Now, I will share this before we get into it because I am very, very, very excited about this. Every single offer I've made over the last year has been over $7,000. The offer I will make today is not $6,000. It is not $5,000. It's not $4,000. It is not $3,000. It is not $2,000. It is not $1,000. You guys will hear what this offer is. Have not made an offer like this in 5 years. That's coming later. I share that because I am so excited about this. But again, it will not be for everybody. So when you make your offer, get rid of that anxiety that you need everybody to buy. I do not care if everybody buys. I do not want everybody to buy. So once you alleviate that pressure on yourself, what you can do when you go to present your offer, this is a high level mindset. When you go to present your offer, do not want everyone to buy. Want the right people to buy. And all of a sudden, you're not trying to please the entire planet. You're trying to go, no, this is designed for this person, and I'm presenting it to them. And that's all it is. And then we do that in all facets of life, whether it's dating, marriage, relationships. You date different people, you do different things. You're trying to figure out what the right mix is. We're always doing that, but we don't get upset because it's a normal attribute of life. For some reason in entrepreneurship, we build this up in our heads that we need everybody to buy all the time, and it's not. True. All right. Now, here's how you know if your offer is going to convert, guys. These are 2 rhetorical questions we'll do very quickly. We have a lot more to cover. Is you have to be able to answer these questions. Number 1, how strong is your offer? Okay, first person, Chelsea, let's do this. First person to have the most interesting answer will win an Amazon gift card. Answer these 2 questions in the chat box, guys. Why is your offer unique from your competition? And why should somebody buy it now? Why is your offer unique from your competition? Why should somebody buy it now? First person to have a very specific answer to that. Chelsea, let's give them an Amazon gift card. If you're struggling, if you're frozen, that's okay. That is okay. Albert Einstein said this: if I had to save the world from ending, and I had 60 minutes to save the world, I would spend 55 minutes figuring out what the problem was I needed to solve. And I would spend 5 minutes actually saving the world. So in other words, the overwhelm, anxiety, and stress that can come with entrepreneurship is not because you're not working hard. It's because you don't know what you need to fix. So you're trying a million different things, and then you get exhausted and stressed and overwhelmed. This might have given you guys a massive roadmap, but if you cannot answer why your offer is unique and why somebody should buy it today and not tomorrow, your audience absolutely cannot answer that either. And there's no reason for them to buy today. Or they can just juggle you between the competition. Because if you can't answer it, how can they? All right, so it's okay if you don't know the answer to that one, guys. It just means, awesome, I need to go fix that right away. Right away. That is something that will, boom, watch how things can change just from answering that question. Chelsea, I'm going to let you pick out a winner in there, announce it in the chat box when you do, because we have a lot more to go. So it's okay if you don't know this one, guys. This is something that we can help you guys out with. I wish there was a formula where I could just say, do this, 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 but you're all in a different industry, different niche. I will be talking about our Maverick special offer grand opening that I'm super excited about later. If you guys cannot answer this, we will crush this with you in the offer that we have later. And I'm really, really pumped about that. I just put together the entire thing yesterday around the offer creation. It's upgraded a whole new iteration of this. But number 6, guys. All right, we're doing good on time. Real quick, let me pause for a second because I get kind of excited sometimes. Start talking fast. How is everybody doing? Doing good? All right, I like it. Alex, I like the energy, bud. Awesome, awesome. All right, so number 6, guys, number 6, and we actually have, I think it's either 11 or 12. I had a few cool bonus things, was excited to share with you guys. Number 6, give value before your workshop. Yes, it is time for the whiteboard. All right, so we're diving into this one, guys. So give value before your workshop. So Dino, what does that mean? Well, again, for anybody who here knows Alex Hermosi, he has a YouTube channel and he's on all other social media platforms. But he ran an event recently, call it a mini workshop if you want, but there was 200,000 people registered, and I think it was like 150,000 live for this, bigger numbers than like Tony Robbins and stuff. It was crazy. Now, why did 200 people register? And it was on a Saturday. I had it marked in my calendar for like 3 months. I was like super excited about it. Why could he get so many people there live and to be excited about it? Is because from his YouTube channel and from his other social media platforms, he had given so much value prior that people were very much willing to attend his workshop after the fact. All right. So if you're wondering, there's many different ways to increase your workshop attendance. But if you're looking for like, okay, just what's the very first thing I should do to increase my workshop attendance? Give more value on social media. Now, type of value, I recommend video. If you do a few more videos on social media, and then afterwards, say I'm running a workshop, you're way more likely to have people register for your workshop. If I've never posted on social media my entire life, and then I pop out of a bush tomorrow and say I'm doing a workshop, people are going to be like, who are you? What is going on? Workshop sounds kind of cool, but I don't know who you are. Right? Makes sense. A little bit of value up front. Invite to the workshop. I wanted to share that with you guys because as we move into what we have found to be the most strategic manner to layer workshops, that becomes a big part of it. All right, number 7. Let's type in the chat box here, guys. What type of personality are you? How would you describe yourself? Type that in the chat box. No right or wrong. We're all different personalities. I'm a little bit goofy, introverted, extroverted, self-proclaimed nerd. I just saw somebody else say they're a nerd. All right, my fellow nerds unite. Awesome. All right, so it's important, regardless of what personality you self-identify as, it's just important for you to understand where you are so that you can understand strengths and weaknesses. All right, so if you are somebody who is naturally a little bit more introverted, maybe a little bit more shy, here's why you need to massively oversell. Is because realistically in your head, you think you're selling hard, but to everybody else, like you just mentioned your offer once for 5 seconds. Now, the reason it seems like that, now this is also speaking from the introverted personality side, is because what happens emotionally is that you spend so much time on your service and products, and you're thinking about your clients, and you're putting together the cheat sheets and the program and the logins, and you're a million things. You're talking with your coach or your mentor. Does this look right? Am I doing this right? You probably spend 3 months, 5 months, 6 months putting all these things together. So much energy is wrapped into this cool service you're proud and excited to deliver to your clients that you know will help them, that you've put hundreds of hours perhaps into it, so that by the time you actually go to your workshop or social media, it feels like all you've been doing is being consumed around your own offer. But the fact is, the public hasn't really heard about it yet. So you undersell because you've been so wrapped up in it. But in reality, nobody's really heard about it yet. Does that make sense there, guys? In terms of how that can work, this is why most of us undersell. But remember, people cannot buy what they do not know is for sale. All right. And so realistically, and I know we all have different personality types here. Realistically, though, if I had to guess, I would probably say 95% of this room undersells. Unless you are that A-type personality, just every day, morning, night, selling on social media and so forth, you might be the exception, but everybody else here is probably underselling. So just want to make that very clear. So spend some time on your own, guys. Figure out your personality, but you have to keep that consideration there because it will help you out a lot. I naturally undersell. And so it's been, I've had to really like put a lot into understanding this. And so I wanted to share that with you guys. Number 8. You have grace, guys. I've told you this one. I've failed probably more than anybody I've met. At least that's my perspective. Can't tell you guys how many times I've failed in my entrepreneurial career. I'm trying to think what stories you guys might like the most. There was the time I went on stage in Chiang Mai, Thailand, first real speaking gig, 600-person audience. I thought, as a non-published public speaker, I thought I should open my first ever public presentation with a joke in a different country, halfway around the world, 600 people in the audience. My legs are shaking and I'm sweating profusely. I thought, yeah, that's a genius idea, Dino. go to another country, get on stage and start with a joke like you're a stand-up comedian. Let's see how that runs by. Here's what happened. Number one, I was so nervous, I couldn't get the clicker to work. All right, that changes my slides. Second mistake I made is that I lined up the joke to go with my slides. So I started with 2 slides, and then the third slide was going to be the punchline, and I couldn't get the slide to change. So I started the story, but couldn't continue the story. Awkward, terrible. I did have a good recovery, luckily, but it was terrible. All right. And so I have a million different mistakes, guys, but here, kind of like the story I shared earlier, I wish I would have known that with mini workshops, you have grace. And here is why you have grace, is because of this. This doesn't happen on Facebook or Instagram. Somebody's already scrolled past you at this point. Okay. And people appreciate and connect with people, and they also appreciate authenticity. So I was doing a workshop before, and I stayed up all night stressing about it, getting ready for it. It was one of my first workshops. I gave it everything I had. There's like 15 people there, and everybody said they loved it. And I made my offer, and nobody bought. Here, I want to share this with you guys so that you get your offer correct. This is one component to consider. There's many components, but this is one to consider. Your offer does need to match your workshop theme. Okay, so I should not be on here talking about mini workshops and then afterwards go, here's my email marketing course. You guys would be like, I do not care about email marketing. Dino, we're here to learn about mini workshops, right? Seems simple, but when you're in the moment of getting things prepared and you're all hyped up and so forth, you might have incongruency. I taught a workshop around social media marketing. My offer was, again, because I made that mistake going back to what I love, my offer was, let me show you email marketing stuff. People are like, I don't want email marketing. We're at your workshop for social media marketing. Can you make us a social media offer? Now, I did not know that I had grace, except I was lucky enough to have somebody reach out to me, and they said, Dino, that was the best workshop ever. I can tell you have a ton more to show us, but do you have some type of package or offer or program that's about more social media marketing, not email marketing? I was like, sure, absolutely. And I was like, that's fascinating. And I realized that you guys can do this as well. At any point in time, you can repackage and repitch your offer. Keep that in mind. You do not have to put the weight of the world on your shoulders to nail it live. This is exactly what I did, guys. All right, take a peek at this. Is I made an offer for my workshop that was about social. It was a social media marketing workshop. I said, hey, here's my email marketing thing. Nobody wanted it. Afterwards, I was able to, I ate some food and I took a nap, and I was like, all right, I'm feeling better. And then I thought about it and I was like, yep, that was the wrong offer. I got that message from the attendee. I sat down, I recorded a 10-minute video, and I just said, hey guys, based on popular demand, I hear you guys want more social media marketing stuff. So I'm putting together a 6-week live program, 1 call a week. I'll teach you everything I possibly can for 1 hour a week about social media marketing. Ask me any questions. Here's the offer. Repositioned, sent out the offer. Almost everybody bought. All right. So again, luckily it's not professional sports where you have to nail it correctly live on stage. If it doesn't go perfectly, guys, again, you have grace. The game is adjustments. Type that one in the chat box, guys, so you don't forget it. Chelsea, randomly choose a winner for a gift card. The game is adjustments. I want you guys to know that, because I promise you'll have less anxiety and overwhelm if you know it's not a one and done. It's just making adjustments as you go. I make mistakes all of the time. This is all that I do, is I make those tweaks and adjustments. All right. And by the way, guys, I've hosted a workshop before with 100 people there live, and my internet went out. All right. So again, things will happen. You just make the adjustments. All right. Number 9, the thank you page is critical. Guys, the thank you page is critical. Most people sleep on this with any type of funnel that they have, but I can tell you it's one of the most profitable pages of any funnel, is what you say and do on the thank you page. Without getting into all the technicalities of all of that today, what you should do on a thank you page from your workshop is you should continue your audience's journey. That means do not say on the thank you page, congrats, you're registered. They know they're registered. What you need to do is get them to continue in some way, shape, or form, in some direction. Make sense? Keep the momentum going. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Keep that momentum going. Number 10, guys. 3 mini workshop models. Yes, we get to introduce you guys to Maverick here, of course. Now, this is cool, guys. I did not get this except through trial and error. But these are the 3 workshop models that we run. The brand new offer and program that I'm very, very excited to introduce you guys to in a moment. Again, it is not for all of you. So please, everybody, do not try and buy it all at the same time, but it will be for some of you. This is the 3 mini workshops that we run. All right. We run a free mini workshop, which is this one here. Time and place for that. We'll be talking about that. We run a paid workshop where we charge per seat. And then we run what we're calling the Maverick model, which is a multi-day staggered mini workshop. All right, now here's why I love this Maverick model. Number 1, prior to testing this out, I had not seen anybody else do this. Now, that does not mean that somebody else on the internet was not doing it. I'm not trying to say that somehow it was invented by us. I'm just saying I personally had not seen anybody else do this, but so I was like, I love to try different things out and see what works and see what doesn't. Multi-day Maverick style workshop, guys, is, again, it is going to be multiple sessions, but they're not back-to-back days. All right. Now, personally, I do not like back-to-back days. I don't like them as an attendee, and I don't like them as a presenter. But what works, I feel like, in everybody's busy schedule is Thursday, Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, if you wanted. So you're getting in multiple touch points, but you're giving your audience time in between those sessions. Now, what is critical here, and this is why this flow works like this. All right, so we have your free workshop over here. All right, now if you guys run a free mini workshop, and let's just say you have 8 people register. From the 8 people that register, let's just say that you guys have, we'll say you have 2 people buy your main offer. The mistake a lot of people make is they go, oh, I only had 2 people buy. I wanted 7 of the 8 to buy. So remember, guys, everybody has a different buying persona. All right. You should never try to convert everybody all at once. Like, that's a lot of pressure on yourself. Okay. So instead, no marketing is ever wasted. All right. No marketing is ever wasted, especially workshops, because people will remember it. You're creating an experience for them, especially if you're adding value. All right. We like to run a free workshop. All right. And then after a free workshop, we run a paid workshop. Now, first person to guess and get this right, Chelsea, let's give them a gift card. Here we go. Who are the first people we invite to our paid workshop? First people we invite to our paid workshop. Who do we have? Oh my gosh, hold on, lots. I think, let's see. Will got it. Will Bradwell. Yes, sir. Will nailed it. What did Will say? He said these 8 people. Absolutely. We're going to give this free workshop first. People are going to have a chance to get to know us, see what we're about, decide if they hate us or if they like us a little bit, or maybe something in between, all of the above. But again, as long as you don't have the mindset that it's a one and done, right? If 8 people register for your free workshop and attend, the first people you should invite to your paid workshop are those 8 that went to your free. They're very likely to go, yep, the free one was amazing. I can't wait to see what's on the paid one. Does that make sense, guys? All right. Now, from the paid workshop, right? If, again, you're probably going to have some more conversions from the paid workshop. More touch points you have, more conversions go up. Again, no workshop is ever wasted. You're just stacking touch points and valuable experiences with your audience, right? And eventually the time and place is going to be right for them to buy. All right. Now, over here, then finally, we're going to run this Maverick model, which is, going to be this multi-day. And for anybody who's been to one or two of your previous workshops, right, this will really help them decide whether they're in or they're out. Because now they're going to have multiple days with you. And because Maverick is multi-day, that means you have extra time. So you can go into more deeper concepts and go into more strategic things because you're not rushed. It's not like a 45-minute webinar. It's like, okay, let's really dive into this whole concept. So you can do that on Maverick. And again, if you're wondering, as the solo entrepreneur, Dino, how do I stand out against the Instagram influencers who have 100,000 followers? How do I compete with that? 3 or 4 or 5 person workshops, because they can't do that. If you have 100,000 followers, you can't host 3 and 5 person workshops. There's too many followers. Your advantage when you're small is you keep it small and you beat your larger competition on authenticity and connection. All right. And then over time, naturally, you're going to grow. Your audience is going to grow in the touch points and all those things. Pretty soon, right, you'll be your own level of guru and so forth. All right. And so, guys, those are 10 various strategies so far based on time here. And again, Chelsea, let's keep note on, we do want to give out a few more gift cards here. And by the way, guys, we will be doing Q&A as well. But this is something I'm very excited to introduce everybody to, which is Mini Workshop Maverick. All right, now I want to show you guys the 6-step process that I go through, that we have clients go through when they are launching a mini workshop. All right, inside of these 6 steps, this is our Mini Workshop Maverick program. All right, so I'm going to introduce you to this offer. It is not for everyone. I would still take notes on the 6 steps, so that way you know exactly what you should do for your workshop. If you decide this is a great fit for you, then we'll help you implement all of those 6 steps along the way. All right, and if you guys have questions, we're happy to answer those as well. The Mini Workshop Maverick, guys, this has been running mini workshops for about 2.5 years now. Again, I'm going all in on this. I have a trademark currently pending for the concept mini workshop model. Here's why, guys. I've been an entrepreneur for 13 years. I see the fads and the TikToks and the Instagrams and the threads come and go. It's exhausting trying to hop between all the platforms. Mini workshops aren't going anywhere. This is not a fad. This is a concept. It's a psychological principle. We as people like to test drive a service before we purchase. So does your audience. All right. And so let's take a peek at this, guys. Here's what Mini Workshop Maverick is. This is our grand opening and beta offer. So again, I've been tirelessly working on this nonstop and very, very excited about it. But it is a 10-week program. All right. Step by step, guys, behind the scenes, everything I got, cheat sheets, templates, funnels, frameworks, everything I have around mini workshops, we're giving to you over 10 weeks. And here are the 6 steps. Even if you're not ready for this, right? These are the 6 steps that I take when I go get ready for a workshop like this one. Step 1 is module 1 in our program, which is the approach and offer. All right. And so if you decide you want to become a founding member of Maverick, all right, and get a massive 75% off discount that I'll share in a moment. One of the things that we're going to show you guys, right, is how to at an absolute minimum have a $500 core offer. All right. And how to package that offer so that it will fly off the shelves. All right. And so even if you're selling one-on-one services right now and you're charging $50 an hour or something like that, we're going to make sure you have a 10 out of 10. I'm beyond thrilled about this minimum $500 offer. Now, if you already have an offer and it's selling, all right, there is 2 other offer trainings in here on what you can do to upgrade your current offer. And again, I could go through countless testimonials of what happens when we help clients upgrade their offer. but we always think, because it's our offer and we put a lot of effort into it, we always think we have a great offer until you hear some suggestions on what you could do to it. So step one, guys, make sure you have a killer core front end offer. All right. And that's going to be that's in our Maverick program. All right. Module number 2 is designing your workshop topic. So again, choosing the topic, confirming the topic, generating leads, knowing what date and time to run your workshop to maximize attendance, show up rates, conversions, knowing how long your workshop should be. You might be like, Dino, how long should my workshop be? An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, multi-day? That's all covered. That's the second step you need to do. Now, the reason this is the second step, guys, is the length of your workshop should be based upon the topic of your workshop. All right. And so that's why it's not like the magic formula. When as soon as I hear some guru on the internet say the magic formula is a 60-minute webinar, the magic formula is X, like it's finite, I just nod my head and I'm like, how does somebody with so much experience confidently say that to so many people who have no idea? It's not like that. There's factors. Your niche, your target audience. How do you run a 5-day challenge to an audience that has young children and expect them to show up for 5 days in a row? Doesn't make sense. All right. So you have to understand elements that you adjust, right? And this is how you maximize conversions. So that your topic length and time is going to be based upon your niche and your target audience. Step 3, what you guys need to do is choose which model you're going to run. Free mini workshop model, intermediate model, which is like charging, the paid model, or do you want to run a Maverick model, multi-day, multi-step, extra integrated experience? All right. And so what we do in step 3, once you know you have your core offer nailed, you have your topic, dates, and time of your workshop set, the next thing we're doing is we're going, okay, here's which format workshop is going to work best for you. Step 4, here's what you guys want to do next is you want to start your marketing. All right, now, so inside of Maverick, literally, we're going to give you the post swipe files, examples, email templates, cheat sheets, a schedule day by day. Here's how far in advance to start your marketing. You don't want to start your marketing for your workshop 4 months in advance. That's too far out. People will forget. We will show you based on the workshop model you're running when you should start your marketing, what to say, what to do, how to get leads to actually register. That's step 4. Step 5, guys, is now that people are registering for your workshop, you want to prepare for the actual workshop. All right, so we are going to give you various presentation slides and examples that will help you fast track the preparation of your workshop. But more importantly, guys, and something I'm very, very excited about is we're going to help you get really comfortable and understand how best to deliver your core offer so that you are excited to deliver it, so that you minimize pressure, so that you attract the right clients, so that you repel the ones that aren't the right fit. We're going to show you how to do all those different things. Here's a big tip, guys. Do not save your offer for the very end. Details, like what I'm doing right now, should come out more at the end. But do not make your audience guess whether or not there's going to be an offer at the end. You want to slowly present your offer through your presentation. We will help you guys with all of that. And again, this coming from the introvert who used to, at this point in time in the past, I would have been shaking and shivering and everything else. I'll show you guys how to do it from an introverted perspective. Number 6, guys, here's the next thing you want to do is you want to maximize post-workshop sales. Again, not everybody's going to be able to attend live. Some people will have loved the workshop, need to talk to a significant other, need a replay, all these different things. We'll show you how to maximize conversions on the back end of a workshop. A couple screenshots there for you down below, but a good chunk of conversions should come post-workshop. We'll show you exactly what to say and do so that you maximize all those conversions. This includes, guys, repurposing your workshop, reselling your workshop. With every workshop I do, like this one, with no additional work done, I will have 50 videos from me presenting today. They will all be used for marketing. I just completed delivering the workshop, about completed, and 50 videos I can use in marketing. I'm talking about leverage here in terms of we'll show you how to repackage, repurpose, resell, reuse, remarket your workshop, all these types of different cool things. All right, so that's module 6. That's what you want to do. All right, now, this is our grand opening special that I'm super excited about. Program value, easily $5,000. here's what I want you guys to do. And Chelsea, let's give a prize out here. All right, there is no right or wrong. This is not based on numerical value. But I want you guys to think about this. Go ahead and write down to yourself how much a single client is worth to you. One client. So if you have a $1,000 course, you might say one client is $1,000. If the average, maybe you do one-on-one services, you charge $100 an hour, and you're like, they buy 3 hours, and $300 for the 3-hour package. You want to go ahead and like have that number. All right, now I want you to double that. All right, so in other words, 2 clients. All right, that number, if you guys ran 2 workshops over the next year and you landed 1 client from each workshop, the number you have there is how much you would earn over the next year from running 2 workshops and landing a single client from each workshop. Does that math make sense to everybody there? You're going to run 2 workshops over the next year. You land 1 client from each workshop. You've landed 2 clients over the next year from implementing the workshop model. So the number you have written down there is how much you would earn landing 1 client from 2 different workshops over 12 months. Now I want you to go ahead and do this. Do this in your head and then type it out, and Chelsea will have you randomly choose somebody for a gift card. I want you guys to think about how many years do you plan to be in business? How many future years do you plan to be an entrepreneur? Think about that one. Is it 10 years? Is it 5 years? 20 years? 20 years or more, 10 years, 20, 15, 25, 7, 30. Okay, now think about this. Whatever that, however many years you've wrote down, think about this. Multiply that by what you could earn this year from running workshops. So if you said, I plan to be an entrepreneur for 10 years and I stand to gain an extra $1,000 a year by running workshops, 10 times 1,000 would be $10,000. You stand to gain $10,000 by running workshops just twice a year for the next 10 years. All right, so whatever your final number is, type that in the chat box. Chelsea will let you go ahead and choose. I see 60,000, 7 figures, 7,500, 4,500, 24,000, 225,000, 800,000. Chelsea will let you randomly select someone at 70,000. There's a lot of money to be gained by this strategy that isn't going anywhere. This is not TikTok. This isn't the Instagram algorithm. This isn't the LinkedIn thing that's going to become boring over time. It's workshop. It's a concept that will ever serve you. If you learn how to do this virtually, you can do this in person. Anybody like to travel? I hosted a mastermind retreat. Chelsea was there in Bali, Indonesia. 10 people flew out from all over the world. It was phenomenal. You can run workshops wherever you want. You can travel and have people meet you there, do Airbnb getaway weekends. The concept, the principles are the same, one-to-many leverage. All right, and so let me introduce you guys to what I believe is the absolute best offer I have had in years. All right, it's his Maverick, which I'm so excited about. Here's what you're gonna get: the 10-week program with all 6 steps, easily a $5,000 value. You guys can see that. Why? Because you only need to learn this skill set once. You can rerun it month over month if you want. I run a workshop monthly. You guys can do the same. Compound that times the 5, 10, 20, 30 years you plan to be an entrepreneur. Think about how much you stand to gain. All right, so here's Mini Workshop Maverick. It's on a brand new platform that can't wait for you guys to see as well. That's something cool. Bonuses. Run through these really, really quickly. Bonus number 1, guys. We are going to give you our top 10 best 10 organic marketing post frameworks. All right, everything we do is based on frameworks because I don't really believe in copy and paste because we're all in a different niche. You take the framework, it's a fill in the blank. Boom, you don't even have to think about what to say to market your workshop. All right, so this is a $497 value. We're going to throw that in for free. Bonus number 2, you're going to get 3 mini workshop funnels. Our top 3, the free mini workshop format, the paid mini workshop format, as well as the Maverick format, completely laid out. We have it on 2 different platforms. You can choose if you want to use it on one of those platforms and instantly install it into your platform, or you can just copy the framework, which a lot of clients of ours do, and build it out on whatever you want. But we're going to give you those funnels for free. That's a $997 value. Bonus number 3. This is something I wish I would have had because I've made so many mistakes. Mini workshop launch checklist, guys. This took me days to put together, but it doesn't mean it takes you days to implement. It took me a lot of time to put together, but you just go through it step by step. You'll make sure that you nail your mini workshop, all of the different components, and that you have a blast and you deliver, and it's a ton of fun. We're going to give you that free so that you don't miss a single step. This is also so that you don't have to go rewatch videos. You won't forget anything. Follow this really, really, really comprehensive, simple cheat sheet. You will crush your workshop. Bonus number 4. We get to do this in a much smaller community 4 times. We'll sit down. I will answer absolutely any questions you have around mini workshops, help you with your offer, putting it together, the topic of your workshop, your presentation. They're going to be group calls. We're going to do these 4 times inside of the Maverick program. This is only for founding members. This is the first time we're opening this up. So this is available to you, $1997 value for free. Bonus number 5, 10 weeks access to a Facebook community. I will be in there every single day. There's already bonus trainings in there. I will answer any questions you have. I will review your offer, your workshop, your slides, anything. It's all in the community. All right, so here's what's included in Mini Workshop Maverick. You're going to get the 10-week program, cheat sheets, offers, slides, workshop formats, how to increase attendance, what to do with funnels, what to do on the thank you page, case studies, examples, literally showing you behind the scenes, do this, don't do this, all of it, guys. Plus our 5 bonuses. Bonus number 1, the 10 organic post frameworks. Bonus number 2, our 3 mini workshop funnels. Bonus number 3, our launch checklist, so that you don't have to rewatch videos. You don't have to be there live. You can literally go boom, boom, boom. I'm ready. Bonus number 4, 4 hands-on workshops that I will personally lead. Bonus number 5, 10 weeks access to our community. There are several bonus trainings already in there. You guys will see me in there daily as well. All right. Now, again, this is our grand opening special. This will not be around very long. I will pause for a second. Are there any Funkos here who were in our Facebook ads program from a few years ago? Tomo. All right. A couple Funkos in the building. So the first ever program I opened, guys, I opened it at $497. Within 12 months, it was selling for $5,000. All right. Now, why did your price, Dino, go from $500 to $5,000? Well, because I worked nonstop on the program. Continue to add resources. Testimonials flow in. I am there answering questions. It is not a passive income project. I am 100% invested in my clients. Our brand as a business and a company over here, Chelsea and Danielle and others on the team, we are not your Ferrari driving Lambo mansion types of people. Our brand and reputation is built on client results. So we put everything into the program and I increase the price as it grows in value. All right. Now, the reason I share that is because this is going to be ground level 0 of Maverick. And when we say we're raising the price is going to go up. All right. So I'm not sure for the fellow Funkos here. Thanks for the support. I'm not sure for the fellow Funkos that are here, where you ended up in at, whether it was at 500 or you came in when it was 1,000, 3,000, and then 5,000. But the same thing is going to happen with this. This is our grand opening. And here's a special bonus as well that will disappear because this is live. This is happening in 2 weeks. First 30 people to join Maverick are going to get access to our 3-day 7-figure visionary virtual retreat. We have never given away a full 3 days free access to any of our mastermind retreats. What we are doing during this retreat with the 7-figure visionaries is we're preparing your Black Friday, holiday, and New Year's marketing campaigns. All right. You will see case studies, data will help you with your offer, messaging, packaging, everything. And we do it over 3 days. All right. And people join our mastermind just for these retreats. All right. When you join Maverick, you're getting access to this. We're doing this at the end of October. So we're doing this, guys, in 2 weeks, the 3-day virtual mastermind retreat. There's no hard offer to join our mastermind from it. You're going to be sitting around our 7-figure visionary clients, and we are literally going to go step by step, making sure you have a killer Black Friday campaign, because November is right around the corner. So you need to be thinking about that. We'll make sure you have the right strategy, timing, messaging for holidays. And then again, January, New Year's. These are the 3 biggest buying months of the year we're entering. If you do not have a marketing campaign, that's okay. Go do something to figure out what you want to do. These are our biggest 3 months of the year coming up. We're going to sit down with you guys, help you guys get prepared for that. I'm super excited. We always have so much fun. And by the way, because it's going to be near Halloween, we're all going to be wearing costumes. So I just want to warn you guys, you might see some fun faces in different costumes. We were all in costumes last year. A ton of fun. But anyways, here's the grand opening special. I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see this. Chelsea, if you could put that in the chat box. But the grand opening special here, guys, I'm going to take you over to what is Maverick page. All right. And so this is grand opening for Maverick. You might be wondering, Dino, what is Maverick? What's the investment? How does this work? What's included? Everything I just shared with you guys, including the 7-figure visionary mastermind retreat as a bonus, is included. The investment for Maverick, just like it was with the first ever program I opened with all of the bonuses and live training and funnels and coaching and absolutely everything, is a one-time payment of $497. One-time payment of $497, guys. You can look at hundreds of testimonials down the page of people who we have successfully shown our mini workshop method and model to. And so you're happy to take a peek at those. You can go ahead and confirm everything that's included in the program. There's going to be 2 different blue buttons down the page where you can become a founding Maverick member, which again, it's a one-time price to hop into Maverick. And what we are going to do is step by step. When you click on the blue button on the page, it'll take you to a checkout cart like this. You will get instant access. We're going to get you into the Maverick private Facebook community right away. There's bonus trainings already in there. You're going to get a special login to a brand new platform we've never used before, and I have not seen a single other soul using it in the industry. I can't wait for you guys to see this. But everything's confirmed here on the checkout page. You can scroll down, you can register, and you can check out. We are doubling the price within the next little bit here. It's only the first 30 that join. Guys, it's going to be a hard stop on the first 30 for the 7-figure visionary retreat. We have to be fair to clients that are in there. We cannot have 100 people on the retreat because we want a chance to get to everybody. All right. And so it is just first 30 that are going to have access to our 3-day virtual retreat. I'm super excited about this. We already have several folks on board, which is phenomenal. And so this is Maverick, guys. This is essentially, again, all in on this mini workshop model, as it's really nice to not have to go feel like I'm chasing a trending marketing fad. Instead, it's like, how can we get better at delivering value, building relationships, and putting together offers that are going to serve our audience? Like, that is more of what I want to be focused on, rather than what's the new trending song on TikTok I need to make a video to. That's my point of view. Maybe you like doing that, and so that's your thing. That's cool too. There's no right or wrong. That's just my point of view. But what I do want to do here, guys, is open up any questions that we might have. And before we get to questions, let's do this. Let's have another gift card opportunity here. We're keeping Chelsea real busy today. But does anybody want to share their biggest takeaway from today thus far? Make sure I'm seeing everybody here. Nika, there she is.
Hi. For me, I think the biggest takeaway was having your offer match your workshop. I have been to quite a few workshops and I've never heard that concept before. So I think for me in particular, when thinking of my topic for my mini workshop, I'll keep that in mind. So thank you for that.
Brilliant snaps for Anika right there. We give snaps, guys, inside of our program, snaps and claps. That is awesome. It's always fascinating to hear everybody's individual takeaways because, right, we can only remember and retain so much information ourselves. And so when you hear the highlights of what somebody else took away, you're kind of like gathering everybody's best and lumping it together. So it really is helpful to have shares and to listen to what other people say. Some of the coolest things I've learned, I have missed personally, and it was somebody else saying, "This is the most important thing I learned," and I was like, it made me think, why was that so important to them? I've been inside various programs, right? And somebody goes, most important thing I heard was silence is key or something. And I'm like, I didn't even look at it like that. And it becomes a big breakthrough. So Anika, thank you for sharing. Let's get Anika a gift card, Chelsea. I already see we have new Mavericks coming on board. So super, super excited to work with you guys. We are kicking everything off and live training start next week. But yeah, very, very excited about this. I'm checking out the chat box. We'll see if we can get another share. Biggest takeaway from today, Anika shared, your offer has to match your workshop topic. I learned that the tough way. I'm always trying to sell my email marketing stuff and nobody wants it. So I've learned I need to find a little community of like weirdo email marketers that want to collaborate or something like that. Um, Kate, I see your hand is up.
Hey there, I am learning from watching you present this, and full of things I'm learning and loving. You did an amazing job of building up the value, not just by naming like what's in it, by making it silly, ridiculous of, let's just say you did this twice this year and you just enrolled one client. Like, what would that be worth for you? And then you did the multiply by how many years you plan on being in business. And it got me thinking, I mean, I'm in Dino's seven-figure visionary, and it got me thinking like I did this strategy in January and I didn't really nail it. And I think my offer wasn't really well aligned, like Anika said. And although I did sell my next offer, I don't even think, I'm not even sure I sold people from that workshop into that offer. But then the next offer I made, I had two of those people from that first workshop, maybe 2 months earlier, jump in. And then one of those people upgraded, did some private coaching. One of those people went and bought another thing. So I was literally sitting here thinking, anyway, it just like, oh, that was actually, I actually made thousands of dollars from that initial workshop where I got everything wrong, and so that was one big takeaway. And the other thing was, I just love what you did in terms of like you built up, like there was, anticipation, and then you went from the slides to the page and you scrolled, and I was like, oh, that was a smooth move, ma'am. I see how to do that. So it's a great job.
Well, thank you for sharing. Snaps for Kate. Thank you for sharing. It is interesting to see it all. That so we call that, guys, you will see this in your marketing. We call that, like, I like to refer to it as the halo effect, as Kate was kind of speaking to, in that you said, Kate, like, I had a workshop, I didn't think it really converted well, but then they circled back around and became like private clients later or something else. And so that is so fascinating. I can say that from personal experience is that a lot of our mastermind members that were started in some type of workshop. And it doesn't mean they joined our mastermind immediately after workshop one. Like, it was like, oh, they decided to join later. They're like, oh, I really enjoyed that training. I would love to have a weekly training like that and have that be consistent. And then they came on board later. So you will get a halo effect, guys, from your workshop. Remember, this is a mantra that's, I feel like, has served me well in terms of it. It will also serve you well in terms of lowering stress and anxiety and pressure you might be putting on yourself, which is this. The mantra I love is no marketing is wasted. So if you run a workshop and you have 2 people on your workshop and they both say that was a phenomenal workshop, but neither of them buy, that was not wasted at all. Those 2 people are very likely to circle back around and work with you when the time is right for them. They might just be busy. Kids are going back to school, holidays, XYZ, summer. So there could be different factors. All right. And so you'll notice with each workshop you do, you gain more and more and more of a competitive edge and advantage. And if you were somebody who was struggling with that big offer question, the real difficult offer question I asked earlier, right? How are you unique and why should I buy now? Don't forget those ones. If you can't answer those now, neither can your audience. You got to have that nailed. Why are you unique? Why should I buy now? A workshop will massively help you in regards to that, because suddenly you become unique. A lot of your competition will not put together a workshop. They will not host it, or they don't know how to. And one of the biggest 4 factors of why somebody buys: relatability. It is not, I have not heard this one anywhere else. Who here has heard this one? People buy from people they know, like, and trust. Heard that one before? Know, like, and trust. I think there's a really big 4th factor, which is, I always say, know, like, trust, and relate to. How do you relate to somebody is a massive, massive factor in why we do things. For example, I always go back to the same example, but I love stand-up comedy. My favorite comedian is Kevin Hart. The reason he's my favorite stand-up comedian, and there's a lot of funny stand-up comedians, but the reason he's my favorite is because I'm 5'4". And so I understand all of his short jokes. I relate to the short jokes, right? And so all of that's funny. Other comedians have jokes about other different funny things. And so that will happen a lot as well. And that's something that a workshop will do for you, is that it gives your audience a chance to really get to know you and to relate to you as well. And that can be a massive, massive unfair advantage for those and or your competition who is not giving the same audience a chance to get to know them. So again, if you are coach, consultant, expert, marketing agency, long gone are the days of your logo being the cool thing on a website. It should really be like your face, especially as a solo entrepreneur. It should be you front and center. They're doing business with you, not with your logo that looks like a company, but it's just a single person. That is another opportunity, right? We can look at big name marketers, Neil Patel. If we go to his website, it's his face front and center on the homepage. So it's really important that you start paying attention to that. The personal brand is becoming more and more of a thing because people like to do business with people. So thank you for sharing that, Kate. We have a bunch of, all right, guys, we already have, it looks like 14 or 15 Mavericks on board. We'll get you into the Facebook community very soon. This is extremely, extremely exciting. Can't wait to get working with you guys. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think of the platform. We're very much big into prizes, gamification, and experiences, which is why workshops, it just kind of meshes with, I think, my mom and my personality. Maybe I get it from her. She loves to host a costume party of sorts. But with your workshops, guys, there are no limits. When we talk about needing to be memorable and needing to be unique, all right, inside of a workshop, you have the ability to do both. All right, now I will share with you guys some interesting things that clients have done with their workshops. Okay, this is not me recommending that this is the converting factor. I just want to give you guys creative examples. Is that okay if I give you guys a couple creative examples? of workshops that have worked well. Okay. Again, this is not what you don't have to do it like this. I'm just ideas and examples. We have had a client host what she called a 420 friendly workshop, and she serves an audience of women. And she had all of the women show up, and it was, you didn't have to participate. It was virtual, but everybody smoked, I guess, together and did that, and then had these deep conversations and so forth. And that converted very well for her based on her niche and target audience. We've had other clients host costume parties. We tend to do a lot of costume parties and things with clients. Again, if you decide to join Maverick, you will have access. You're one of the first 30, and we still have spots open to our 7-figure visionary retreat. We are going to be on day 2 wearing costumes. There will be prizes for that. Last year, we had the entire mastermind virtually in costumes. It was hilarious, but a ton of fun as well. So that's things that you can do as well in terms of creativity. Do think about this. You don't have to do prizes, but think in terms of, how can I make this memorable for my audience? If you can figure out that, your conversions will go up. Remember, the first step to any conversion is attention. You can't grab their attention. It's like telling a 5-year-old, hey, stop doing that, or come over here. You first have to grab their attention. If they're still looking at the TV or playing with the dog, you can't get them to change the behavior. All right. And so attention comes first. All right. And so do think in terms of, how can I create a memorable experience? This is why when we think of the normal conference, loud music, flashing lights, all the different things, it's because of the experience. And that's a big, big part of things. Let's see. Michelle, I think I see your hand is up.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just in this past year, I started doing summits, workshops. I got a playbook that's coming up next, and then I found out about your class. I just caught the last 10 minutes. I want to know what you have, so I'm signed up. But can I get the replay to this so I can hear all the great things that you said?
Absolutely. Well, first off, congratulations to our newest Maverick. Can't wait to work with you. I'm very excited about that. Yes, yeah, the replay, and thank God, I normally sometimes forget to hit record, and I must have been on it today. But yeah, the replay will be processed as soon as we're done here. That will immediately go out to you guys as well. So I very much encourage everybody to enjoy the replay and so forth. That will be available as quickly as possible.
Cool. And then I have really more a comment more than anything else. I also do personality training. And I have a digital agency. And so just for everybody else here, there's a certain personality type that doesn't need to see the whole presentation, that can come in late, that can come in at the last minute and still buy. And so I want everybody to know that. And it's a personality type that just makes decision quickly, is knowing where they're going. So whatever it is that you've got planned for yourself, there's really 4 buying styles. And even if someone doesn't buy right away, there are some personality types that need to think about things. So whatever you're up to, it's really nice to consider that people say yes or no for different reasons. And there's plenty of people like me that come in sliding in at the last minute and still buy. So I'm excited. I'm excited to learn from you.
Snaps from Michelle. Thank you for sharing that. 100% accurate, guys. I am a stalker buyer.
What does that mean?
I am a stalker buyer for everybody here. So that means I will be considering hiring somebody as a coach, mentor, or investing, working with them in some way, shape, or form. I will not let them have the faintest idea that I'm considering working with them. And I'll just watch them every single post, video, reel, story, doesn't matter. And then I'm just waiting. And as soon as they present that offer. And then when it's the right offer, here you go, pay in full, let's go. And
yes, I see what you're saying.
And I just do it like that. Now, just like Michelle said, everybody has a different style. There's no right or wrong. That is why with your workshops, guys, change the topic of your workshops. You don't have to always change them, but I highly recommend from your first workshop to your second workshop, have it be a different topic. Here's why. People will attend your first workshop. Some will buy. Some aren't ready to buy. Wrong time of year. Kids are back in school. Holidays coming up. Vacation. Whatever it is. Or they're just somebody who likes to take their time to make a purchasing decision. If you run a different style workshop the second time, you're giving them an opportunity to try again with you. If you're always running the same workshop topic over and over and over again, once somebody comes to the first one, they go, seen that one, no reason to return. But you want to stack the touch points. So somebody comes for the first workshop, they go, that was awesome. You're running a second workshop the next month around a different topic. You're giving them another chance, another date, chance to get to know you, and moving them closer to a conversion. Now, a conversion can also mean just a decision. You both might decide not the right fit. Oh, I didn't realize you're in that niche. Not the right fit. If one of you guys raises your hand and says, Dino, I am launching a software where will mini workshops work for me? I will say, I don't know, because I don't have a software company and none of our clients do. I don't have experience there. All right. And so the workshop will do both. It will help you understand. Yes, I'm confident I can help you. Help your audience understand. Yes, I'm a good fit as well. But people will buy immediately. Some people might need a couple workshops before they're ready. Now, right now, guys, think about this. Your target customers and prospects, they're scrolling social media. All right. And they are extremely entertained, because every 8 seconds, different post, different video, different thing, endorphin rush, right? Who here have seen the Netflix documentary about the social media algorithms and how they're designed to just capture your attention and elicit a certain emotions from you? I forget what it was called, but it was fascinating. It came out like a year ago, and it's still on Netflix. You have behind the scenes interviews with some of the designers and coders from like Instagram, Facebook, all of the platforms. They're talking about how they put together these algorithms to grab your attention, keep you scrolling, and then keep your emotions cycling up and down, from laughter to sadness to the motivational quote to the sad thing. To just, they want you doing that so that you feel alive. But again, when somebody's doing that, they're incapable of deciding and remembering who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. All right. And so really the name of the game is like social media. Grab their attention. We want to push them off, capture their email, or otherwise have them opt in and register for your workshop. But the connection happens here, right? You're way more likely to sign somebody here than them. They just scrolled and saw 5 seconds of your video on social media. Does that make sense there, guys? As soon as that connected for me, I was like, okay. I put my first Instagram post up in like 6 months, just yesterday. And it was only because it was my sister's birthday over the weekend. It was her 40th birthday over the weekend. Otherwise, I don't touch Instagram. I'm not a huge fan of it. And so you don't have to always be on the platforms. I really look at it as, if I'm on the platform, I kind of have an 80-20 rule. If I'm on social media, it is to produce content 80% of the time. 20% of the time I'll scroll, 80% to produce and try and push traffic off. And that, again, content, we'll talk about this more in Maverick and go deeper based on your niches. But content should have different intentions. I don't really hear this spoken about much, but intent is a very powerful concept. What is your intent? Are you trying, if for those who have children, are you trying to ask my daughter out on a date? What is your intent here, right? What are you trying to do? With your content on social media, guys, have intention. Some of your content should be used to demonstrate your expertise. That will build your authority. Authority building content normally comes and can come in a listicle type format. 3 ways to do XYZ, 5 ways to do this, 3 mistakes to avoid. You're teaching concepts. You're going to build your authority and expertise. The intention there is, hey, start listening to me around this topic. All right. That should be the intention there. You should not do one of those and expect to immediately land a client from that. You're giving one piece of content too much intention. If I do so recently, and I don't know if you guys have seen this on the email list. Let me know if you guys have. Has anybody here seen the free cheat sheet in PDF we put out, 25 reasons to run a mini workshop? Does anybody see that one? I see Tabitha did. Right, a couple hands up. So yeah, I spent an entire Sunday putting together this monster list with photos and graphics and everything. 25 reasons to run a mini workshop and have this be your client getting strategy. What was the intention there? I didn't spend all this time putting that resource together for free because I thought it was instantly going to bring on board clients. My intention was, let me help individuals who have not considered workshops yet. Let me help them become aware of this as an opportunity. They can decide whether they like the approach or not. But that was the intention, was let me just get them considering workshops. And if I give them 25 overwhelmingly strong reasons why to get into this, then maybe they'll consider working together later. That was the intention there. Now, sometimes, and again, I think this is an opportunity for all of us here. Sometimes the intention should be directly to land a client. When was the last time? I want to help all of you guys out, whether or not you have joined the Mavericks or not. It looks like a ton of you guys have. I'll have to count all these up. When was the last time you made an offer post? This is for everybody here. I would love nothing more than, whether or not you're a Maverick or not, for you to walk away and be like, that was freaking awesome. When was the last time you made a direct offer to your audience? A direct offer's intention is, here's how we could work together. Here's the transformation, results, benefits you stand to gain. Here's how to call to action. Here's how we can get in touch. Here's how to move forward. Message me, book a call, XYZ. When was the last time you made a direct offer? I see 1 month ago in the chat box. I don't do this nearly enough either. That's why I know everybody could do a better job of this. It's tough to do. Darren, absolutely. Yeah, I will make sure everybody gets a copy of that PDF. I will email it over to everyone. I'll put the PDF on the replay page with the replay that will go out of the workshop as well. So yeah, guys, there's an opportunity for all of us to just very clear, black and white. Hey, here's how we can work together. If you want help around, bullet point all the ways you can help somebody. If you want help with this is how I help my clients. Now, who here actually took action? Raise your hand, let me know. Who here actually took action and bullet pointed out the different mini workshop topics or the different ways you potentially help your client? Anybody here actually literally write down bullet points? I see Devet, a couple others. Remember, I told you I'm all about repurposing and leveraging things that we already do to work for us in different ways, shapes, and forms. So those bullet points where you're like, these are all the ways that I can help my client. If you guys want to create an offer post, there are your bullet points. Take that right over to social media. I don't know if you know this about me, but these are all the things I help my clients out with. Boom, 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 boom. Send me a DM if any of this sounds interesting. You guys have already done more work than you realize just by taking a little bit of action today. You have a bunch of different mini workshop topics. You have a great content blueprint and outline. All of those bullet points should be a great video. You know what your call to action can be from a video. Maybe you did a bullet point and one of your bullet points was, I help my clients understand their life path number. I'm thinking of Devet here, who's a numerology expert, fellow visionary. If one of Devet's bullet points was, I help my clients understand what their life path number is, Then for each bullet point, that can be a great social media marketing video. I'm Devet, I'm going to social media. Here's what your life path number is in numerology and why it's important for you to understand this. If you find this interesting, knowing more about yourself and your life path number, I'm hosting a workshop coming up where we are going to go deeper on numerology to help you XYZ. So all of this stuff, guys, ties together. There's so many cool things we can do. How are we doing question wise? Is anybody starting to see dots connecting here? Like, wow, maybe there is a way for me to be way more strategic with all of the efforts. In other words, once you guys have this blueprint of like, okay, the content I'm going to do, how I help my clients, and you understand how to tie that into a workshop, then you understand how you can leverage all of that in your marketing, and it's all just fueling each other round and round. You start to realize you're producing and have built a system where you don't have to wake up on the first of every month and go, what am I going to do this month? I already know. Somebody asked me, Dino, what are you doing 5 months from now for your marketing? A workshop. It's the only thing that changes is what's the topic of the workshop going to be about this time? That's the only thing that changes. Now, what does this allow us to do when you already know your client getting strategy? It allows you to take all of the scrolling time, the wondering time, the staying up, can't sleep time, the I'm going to attend this thing and try and get information here time. I'm going to try this thing and try and figure out reverse engineer this time. I'm going to funnel hack here and try this thing. You take all that time back, all that intention back, energy and focus back. And when you have very specific intention and focus on a single thing, it exponentially increases results. Because all of a sudden, because you think about this, who here has heard that we only use like 5 or 10% of our brain power? You're like multitasking and stuff. Yeah. So imagine if you could take all of your focus and attention and go, okay, the only thing I have to focus on this month is like putting together an awesome workshop, getting people there, delivering value and converting. You don't have to worry about anything else. You didn't even have to scroll social media the rest of the month. That's all you're doing. The chances, the likelihood of that becoming a bigger workshop, more attendees, great presentation, more conversions, skyrockets. You have all of your attention. So the example I always give, guys, and I don't share this enough with clients, but one of the best things you can do for your business is figure out what is stealing your attention in your personal life. It's a difficult one, but this is what is talked about inside of high-level masterminds. Is they're like, what's stealing your energy, your attention? Is it health issue? Is it a relationship issue? Is it this issue? I learned this from, I heard this from Alex Hermosi. He said he's always had an issue. Him and his dad didn't always get along well. And he goes, whenever I'd have a fight with my dad, I couldn't focus on work for the next week. He's like, so whenever I have an argument with a friend or family member, he's like, I have to go fix it immediately because otherwise it consumes me when I would want to be working. So with a mini workshop model, right? I'm not wondering what's the next thing we're going to try. It's like, what's the next topic focus on for the workshop, which is kind of interesting. Let's see. I see Ty's hand is up. Or it might have been up.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, I was wondering, I have a question. How often do you like rerun a live workshop topic?
Phenomenal question. I will normally wait at least 2 or 3 circuits before I would ever rerun the same one. So in other words, if I'll do a quick whiteboard here for everybody. I'm such a visual type of learner. It might help you guys as well. If you guys run a workshop here, and this is workshop topic 1, if anything, I would at least have like one different topic in between the same one. So you could rerun the same topic. Like you could run it here and then run it in your third time. But I honestly normally give at least 2 full unique workshop topics in between. So I will wait till like over here. And this will be like a 3. That way, by this amount of time, it's been like 3 or 4 months. And so quite a lot has changed per se at that point.
Okay, thank you.
Is that, did I get that right? Was that the question you were
that's-
asking?
Yep, that was exactly it. Thank you. That's helpful.
Awesome. Absolutely. Now here's what's cool, guys. Is this was the first year that I ran workshops from the previous year. And there was no preparation. I had run it before, right? You can rerun your workshops. I do recommend at least having a little bit of time. So don't rerun the same workshop every week, every month. But once you have 2 or 3 solid different workshop topics that convert, now you can go through a rotation of circulating through them. And we did a little bit of that this previous year, and it was phenomenal. I didn't have to prepare anything. I'd run the workshop before. Everything was just set up. It was like, hey, let's just do this again. And it was awesome. People came, people loved it. The right people converted. So that is another cool option for you, as well as you can always repackage and repurpose and resell your workshops. Here's something that can be helpful. If you run a free workshop, we recommend offering that back out to your audience for free. All right, this will help build your authority and your trust and your personal brand. If you run a paid workshop where you charge $27 or $47 or $97, I highly recommend that if you repurpose it and repackage it, that you charge the same amount when you repackage it. So if you charged people $97 to be at your workshop live, I would not turn around tomorrow and then say, here's the free replay to everyone. Because people are not going to want to pay you next time for the workshop if they know they can wait a day and get it for free. Does that make sense? So if it's paid, repackage it and resell it as paid. If it's free, it was always free, so you can repurpose it as free. You can always take your workshops, upload them to YouTube. Now, talk about leverage. Your workshop is doing what? It's helping you build connection, relationships with your audience. All right, some people are going to convert today. Some are going to convert next month. Some might circle back around to you next year. The workshop is not wasted. All right, that's what the workshop is doing immediately. Then you're going to take the workshop recording. You can upload it to YouTube. Now it's evergreen marketing. People are still watching our YouTube videos from 5-10 years ago. All right. Then you can splice up. We'll show you guys this in Maverick. You can a special way instantly to splice up your workshop recording, and you'll have anywhere from 20 to 50 60-second videos you can repurpose on social media. Now your workshop is powering future marketing for you. Then you can take your workshop based on whether it's paid. It can be a bonus gift to current clients, or as part of your main offer, you can tell clients you get free access to all of our workshops that are paid. Now it's upgrading the service to your current clients. There are so many cool things you can do with workshops. We haven't even gotten into guest presenters, JV partnerships, and everything else. But it is, again, there's a reason why it's just going to be workshops for us here on out. I very much like, and sometimes I've enjoyed different social media platforms. Was very big into Facebook ads when they came out. However, the platforms change so much and it can get exhausting. So I'm looking for what is the skill set that I should really dial in on for the rest of my career that will compound. It is something like selling one-to-many, serving one-to-many. And so I always like to be transparent in terms of what am I doing? Where do I see the industry headed? I have no idea where the industry is headed I do see virtual reality becoming a big thing, but I just think it's going to be a blast doing virtual reality workshops and understanding the dynamics of putting those together. Devette, there she is.
Hey Dino, add a quick question. I like the idea of being a guest, like coach or something, right? Being a numerologist, I can offer insight. How do you suggest going about that? I mean, do I just need to find a bunch of coaches and reach out to them and then build an offer around that? Or how would you suggest doing that?
Phenomenal question. And I can give you a brief answer because we will have to wrap up soon. And then otherwise, I will be in touch to answer that one. But for everybody else here, yeah, how do you go about becoming a guest presenter and or coach in another's program? Several different ways. One, you should always be genuinely interested in somebody that you might want to partner with. This will serve you and them in several different ways. First off, you might not actually know or not for sure whether this other person is going to be a great fit potential partner, especially if you haven't worked with them before. You might initially be thinking, ooh, it looks like it could be a good partnership, but I would really get to know them. So I'd follow their content. I would comment. I would send them personal messages that are not an immediate ask. So I think the big mistake is when the first message is asking. So instead, it's like, hey, Devette, I saw your video yesterday where you were talking about life path numbers. Really appreciate that. It has me a little bit interested. I'll be following more of your content. Thank you for sharing. It's just a very genuine, hey, I watched your video content about XYZ. Thank you. You want to do some of that to build rapport. And then eventually you want to ask. But when you guys go to ask anybody for anything, always think of it in terms of what's in it for them. That's the way I've always looked at it. Is I always go, okay, if I'm going to go ask somebody for something, what's in it for them? And try to present what's in it for them first. So that would be like, hey, Devette, I noticed you have this thriving community. And I was wondering, how do you do it all? How do you manage the community and all your clients? You must be short on time. I don't know if you are, but if you ever needed help with that, love to talk about guest coaching. I do numerology. I don't think, it could really help your clients. It would look something like that, where I'm looking to protect your time and scalability and impact first as the conversation topic. That is a big one that we can talk further about because there's so much that potential there and things to dive into. Mishka, good to have you here. Thank you. What we will do, guys, because I do want to get the replay out to everyone, and also I need to drink some water and eat some food. I don't know about you guys, but I fast every single day till about 1 p.m. here on the West Coast. And I start to get hangry, and I think that's happening. I'm starting to get hangry. So I'll need to eat something, drink some water as well. But guys, again, I will have to see. It looks like there's 22, 23 so far that hopped on board. Maverick, super excited to work with all of you guys. If it's not a right fit for you at this time, no worries as well. I always like to be super authentic, and when we get to 30, that bonus will go away for the retreat. The 7-figure visionary retreat. But yeah, you guys should immediately get access to your logins. We're going to get you into the Facebook Maverick community right away. Bonus trainings are in there. Can't wait to hear what you guys think about the platform that we're hosting Maverick on. It is the most exciting thing I've seen in a long time. So I invested very much into it. And then the other thing too, if you are a winner, where are our winners at? Our Amazon gift card winners. We want to give one more out today for folks who are still here. Chelsea, top half of your screen. Who stands out here, I think, is Leon. Am I saying your last name correctly? There he is. Leon, is it Flood or Flood? There's the man. Let's Chelsea, if we can get in touch with Leon there, make sure he gets a gift card as well. I saw his camera on. He was full of energy the entire time. So again, guys, if you are a gift card winner, we will get you that via Amazon. It'll come, you get an email with a link to Amazon, your Amazon gift card. It'll link to your Amazon account. Please look out for that email today. You can always reach out to our support team with any questions if you're a prize winner or if you have questions about the program. By the way, guys, I'm a friendly guy. So if we're not connected on Facebook, I hope we do get connected there. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to reach out. We run a workshop about a month, every single month. And so we will have more different trainings. You will see them on different topics. Oftentimes there are costumes involved and other weird things. So be warned, you like to have a lot of fun, but big believer that if you enjoy what you're doing, you're more likely to do more of it. You'll grow your business faster and further and have more fun. And why are we here anyways if we're not having fun? Why are we entrepreneurs if we're not having fun? So look out for that. But I appreciate all of you guys being here, for all of the positive energy, taking action. I hope this training was helpful. If you guys have any feedback for us, we're always trying to improve, get better, learn what you guys liked or what you want to see next time. And otherwise, big round of applause for Chelsea. Thank you for co-hosting, my friend. She's one of the coaches inside of our program. So you Mavericks will see her in there shortly. But I hope this was a very helpful, impactful use of your time on this Tuesday. I hope you guys walk away, have some notes, take some action. If we're a good fit to work together, can't wait to get started. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. And we will see you guys all next time.
It was so good seeing you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.